YouTube, man. It's your boy STG, man. It's been a while, like I ain't gonna lie. Your boy been on his deathbed. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Like I'm dying. I got freaking caught COVID over the weekend. So I started dying, and yeah, I haven't been doing shit. Like I haven't been able to record, haven't been able to do nothing. But bam, this is a whole new game. Y'all never seen me play nothing like this. I've been playing, Demon Slayer, Apex, Overwatch, all these other games, but you've never seen me play card games, nothing like that, right? I didn't even know I played card games, but on my deathbed, I've been playing. So before I got sick, I found this game probably 2 weeks ago by now, right? And this has been the only game I played. I haven't played no other game besides this. And then it came out on phone, and then I got sick, and then I definitely was only playing this game. So, but here I am back in a chair for like the first time since I've been sick and everything. But yeah, like I love this game. Like I don't know if you guys ever play Yu-Gi-Oh, but if you guys ever have, you guys should definitely check out this game. It's really good. I know another Yu-Gi-Oh, like plenty of Yu-Gi-Oh game came out in the past, but the best one that I know of is Duel Links, but I never played it. But that's one that I know a lot of people ask me to play, but I never played it. But this game just came out probably like a little over a month ago, and it's called Master Duel. It's such a good game. So without further ado, let's get into this. Let's get into some heat, man. All right. So this is a game that I played online. I'm playing online, and I was playing this guy. Now before I'm gonna be pausing it and stuff like that, like in and out, like pause. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna like break it down to you. Like I'm gonna just show this one game, just to show you like how the game is played and shit like that, and then I'm gonna like kind of like break it down. If for those who never played Yu-Gi-Oh, kind of understand it, I'm gonna break it down. But I just want to show you guys how I played here, right? I'm gonna show you guys how I played here, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I played like after I got better. This is like way early. This is where I got like bronze. I'm like gold, almost platinum right now, but I'm gonna show you guys the difference, right? So I put down that card on the bottom, and then I set that card, and then I set the card up top. Setting a card means like if you set a monster, like the monster that's horizontal on my screen, if you set a card, that just means that it's face down. That's all that means, face down, right? Bam. So you put out this big boy, and then the big boy has this effect, right? So when you're playing, you're able to like look over and like read people cards effects and stuff like that, to like better understand what the hell is going on. So with that card effect, it says that he can pay 2,000 life points to destroy all my cards on the field. So he's done that, right? He did that. He destroyed everything on the field, but he lost his 2,000 life points in the top right corner, right? But look at he did not know that my card had a graveyard effect. So my graveyard effect is to put something in my hand, right? So, and I also had that little guy right there, boom. And with the little guy, I was able to just, if I have this card in my hand, I'm able to just change the attacking monster to defense, and then this guy gets away from my hand. So he's just like a get out of jail free card, really. You know what I'm saying? So next that I do, I'm gonna activate this guy. This guy sends himself and another monster to the graveyard, and then that same card I added to the graveyard. He activated, so I grabbed this guy, right? So me grabbing this guy, I placed him down, and then I'm able to banish the 3 people that I had in my graveyard to summon out that 2300 dude, right? And the 2300 dude then turned into my boy. This is my man's right here. I love this dude, bro. And this is old. Like honestly, this is so old. Like I have so much better shit that I'd be doing now. But so with this guy, right? So what he's do, every time that I special summon him or special summon a beast warrior, wing beast, anything, I get to activate his effect again. And his effect is I get to banish 1 card on the field, like any 1 card. So obviously I want to banish this nigga, right? So I have to send this man to the Shadow Realm. And then this card over here that says number 2, this the Tri Brigade kit also has the graveyard effect where I can send another card to the graveyard as well. Right? Oh, and he also has a graveyard effect too, that I think if I go to the graveyard, then I can add something from my graveyard and put it in my hand. I lied. Let me rephrase that. his graveyard effect is only the people lose 300 attack per each monster I have on my field. So because I only had one monster on the field, he only lost 300, right? So that's that. Then I banished him, then I hit him, bam, right? So there goes that. So now I got quite a good monster on my field right now. Nothing crazy. This is an okay monster. Then, in order to protect myself, I use the Threatening Roar. Threatening Roar just makes sure that my opponent cannot attack at all, right? So he can do whatever he wants, summon whatever big beast monster, and he can't attack me because I have myself protected, right? He ended up bringing this guy back out again. He's not even stronger than me anyway, so but he was gonna try, and he did that. That sucks. That's fine. So with my great, he can't hit me though. So he only did that 2,000, but he can't hit me, right? So then my graveyard effect with this guy was with the big guy. After he goes in the graveyard, then I can target one dude from my deck and put him inside of my hand, right? So that's why I got that guy. So now I get to draw a card, and then they get two great stuff. So I just put him down there, right? So he's gonna be forced to hit me, right? So he's gonna hit me, send me to the graveyard, bam, perfect, activate my effect. You don't understand this. I'm gonna show you this game right here, and then I'm gonna show you another game that I got that I'm like way better. Like it's ridiculous, bro. And now with all the monsters, he thought it was over. I do the same. It's like a rinse, wash, repeat, right? So all four of the monsters that I just had inside of here, right? So I had 1, 2, 3, 4. Cause these two, he killed this guy. This guy I special summoned with him to make him. That's 4 right there. Then with this guy, with any of my card effects, I can summon. I can banish the 4, 3, 2, any amount of monsters in my graveyard to summon one of these big guys from my extra deck right here, right? So because he says he has a 4 on the bottom right of his card, that means I need to banish 4. So I banish the 4, summon him. Now I'm about to banish this nigga, get him off the field, hit him directly. I always hit it with the smaller monster first, just to make sure that he has no other card effect on his field to stop me, right? Because had I hit it with my big guy, and it's like, oh, I get to take your card and use them, blah 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 bullshit. I didn't want to deal with that, right? So that's one right there. I don't actually. Give me a second. Bam. So we are back. So luckily I saved 2 videos. Thank God. I saved 2 videos. So boom. So this play, as you can see, I really don't have too much great cards inside of my hand. But it's okay. I'm gonna set this monster right there, and I'm gonna just end my turn, right? So with this monster, whenever they activate anything on their field, then I can, like, he activated that, so now I can activate him, and he just goes in the defense mode. He has 2,500 defense, and that's pretty good. Like 2,500 is an okay amount to have. You know what I'm saying? So. Especially like in the beginning before they do anything crazy, right? So he didn't get to hit me, so that's beautiful right there, right? So I drew a card, didn't really get anything, so all I got was the Monster Reborn. So Monster Reborn is really good because I can special summon one monster from either graveyard, doesn't matter what they are, right, and where they are. I could just, as long as they're in the graveyard, not banished, right? So all I did was I tribute summon this guy, right? So he was inside of my hand, and I need to tribute, meaning like get rid of one monster on the field in order to summon him. So I tribute him, and I put him sent him inside the graveyard, so I put him out, right? The reason why I did that is because this, when he goes inside the graveyard, I also get I can banish him from the graveyard and use his graveyard effect, and then I can draw this card. Drawing this card, basically, I only have this one zombie monster inside of my whole entire deck. And if I do get the zombie monster, then I can just special summon him without tributing, right? So that's why it's good to have that card, right? And then with this guy, the reason why I tribute summon him and then I set him, because obviously, if you can see, his defense is lower than his attack, right? But I'll get into that, like explaining that later, like more in depth on how to actually play the game, right? But but his effect is I have to flip him over, right? Because it says flip. So his flip effect is I draw 2 cards and then I'm gonna get rid of one of them, right? So I needed that because my card right now is shitty, right? So now that's my turn. I drew that card, and I luckily drew the zombie card. This guy right here is the zombie dude I was telling you about. So bang, I luckily drew him. Then I flipped some of this guy, drew my 2 cards. Then I got rid of that bullshit card. Then I did my whole chain of effects and get rid of my monsters and summoning stuff, right? So then put him down. Then I hit this guy. Right, so the way that this thing works, after this sends to the graveyard, he can special summon a dragon monster from his hand. He brought out Blue Eyes White Dragon. Then I got scared and I used this card. I don't know why. I put him to defense mode, and I didn't have to with that card because what I thought was gonna happen was, because if you have 2 monsters that's in attack mode and they both have 20 like the same exact amount of attack, if you hit them, they're just gonna both die. But that doesn't do that in defense. In defense, you don't take any damage. So he used that bitch made card and got rid of all my monsters, which is honestly is perfectly fine. Like the way I use this deck now, you're gonna see why it was perfectly fine, right? So then he don't have a turn, right? So now, right, I'm gonna pause it. Now look at all these monsters right here, the Tri Brigade people. They're all like winged beast or beast or anything like that, right? So all I need is at least like 2, 3, or 4. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5, right? So now with this guy, right? I'm not even gonna use his. Oh yeah, I forgot I had this card, right? So this card, if I control no monsters, I get to target one of his cards in the back line and just destroy it. Right, so I don't know why he did this. He fucked up. He shouldn't have. I mean, yeah, it's really pointless. It's gonna go away anyway. So, but with this card, he can grab a card from his graveyard and put it on his special summon it, right? So he special summon it. But the way this card works, if that card disappears, the monster got to go too. So it was really pointless, right? I honestly don't even know why the fuck this just happened. Target 1 monster in the graveyard, special summon in the next one. I don't know why this monster just disappeared. Yeah, I don't know why that monster did disappear, but it did. So then he did this. He brought him back again using discard effect, where he puts him in defense mode, right? That's perfectly fine with me, big dog. I got rid of my 4, put him out, about to banish the back card, right? See, look, now oh my god. Now the reason why I grabbed the back card and not him, because I know that the Blue Eyes White Dragon himself does not have that great of he doesn't have any effects, so I can just kill him and he'll be fine. This card right here, I chose to banish. I don't know what it is, and the reason why I banished it because I don't know what it is, right? I don't know what it can do to me. So it says when opponent monster declares an attack, destroy all opponent's attack monsters, right? So all my attack monsters only have 2, but like that's gonna fuck me over again. So I got lucky and got rid of that card, and now we're in a good spot right here. We're in an okay spot. And I also got this card right here, the Tri Brigade Revolt. So anytime, as soon as he activates something, oh my god, right? He activated that, so I use my Tri Brigade Revolt, which makes me use as many monsters as I want. From my banish, I can bring them as many as I want, and then special summon another monster. And then I'm just gonna special summon another one of my boys. Bring him back. Bang! Right? And now, because I did that, I can banish. It's his turn. It's his turn though. But now I can banish another monster because, like I told you guys in the beginning, every single time I special summon a monster, I can banish a monster. If it's on his turn or my turn, it doesn't even matter. It's really unfair, I know. And now, the monster he put out, banish him. And then he just quit. He just quits after that, because it's like, bro, like, what am I supposed to do? But you can't even be mad at me. I'm banishing one monster, but you caused this on yourself because you got rid of all my monsters. I had all these cards on my field, but you got rid of them. You're just fueling me up, right? So the way this deck works, I really need to have my monsters inside the graveyard. It's really dope. But I'm gonna showcase the deck for you guys real fast in case like you guys, I don't know, you guys actually care about playing this game. Um, so I created this deck legit, like no lie. I went in, right, and I went like this. Clicked on create new deck, and I came into a nothing, and I sat here for hours. For like, it took me like 3 days, not like 2 hours, but like it took me like 3 whole like different days to finish putting all the cards inside the deck. When I first started, so you know how that first battle went, right? It kind of went like, it was like really like slowish. I couldn't really do much, right? But now the way I work now, like I can just keep summoning, keep on doing shit because I added so much cards from the first day to that day right there, right? So this deck, I literally created it from scratch. Like I just put together cards that I thought was nice, and eventually I just started to, I made like I don't know, like honestly I just look at these cards like in my whole, like I have a whole bunch. You get a whole bunch. It's a list, and it just keeps going on and on and on. But like I just went through here before, obviously before I had all these cards, because this is earlier in the game. Just like when I had like only like 2 fucking decks put together. So but yeah, so I put this together by myself. I didn't use YouTube, Google, nothing. And like after I put it together and I was playing with my friend Leslie, I started to like get into troubles, because like at first I couldn't really do much with it. But I'm like, why isn't just not working? Why is just not activating? Blah blah blah. Now that's when I went to YouTube to kind of like figure out like what am I doing wrong type of deal. And come to find out, the deck that I created, this like general Tri-Brigade deck, is actually top 3 best decks inside of Yu-Gi-Oh as a whole. At least that's what a lot of people were saying. Like top 3, top 5, like one hands down is one of the best decks. But when I look at this deck, I created a deck differently from everybody else, right? So one thing that everyone does, one, they don't have no more than 40 cards. That's just like, that's like a, I guess like a, any professional player that plays Yu-Gi-Oh, they don't have more than 40 cards. I got 45. So already I'm off to a bad start. And then the monsters that are like, they don't have this, they don't have this, they definitely don't have none of these, right? This whole entire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, not 6, but these 5 monsters right here, they don't have none of these spells from 1, 2, 3, like they don't have this stuff, right? So, and I'm not a copier. I don't like to copy, because like it's so easy to copy a deck in this game. Literally, you can just go to you can public search on the game any deck, like, and just look through it, and if you like it, you can copy it, and then it makes the deck pop up on your account, like right here. It literally just pops up like right here. I'm gonna just show you how. Like press square, public deck search. You go right here, and then let's say I look into this deck, and I'm like, okay, I like this deck. Press square, copies the deck, right? Copy the deck. I can go into it, right? And now all I have to do is just get these cards. So all the light cards is the cards that I have. All these dark cards are the cards that I don't have, right? So basically I have a good amount of the cards already. And you see my point? It's so simple to just copy somebody's deck. I don't like doing that. So I don't do that. So that's just ass, and I'm not going to do that. Anyway, back to, I just want to show you guys, if you guys do get into this game, just showing you guys how you can just copy a deck to like better your, like, it's not wrong with copying a deck, don't get me wrong, because other people just, maybe you don't have the time, or you just don't want to go through all these cards and try to, that's perfectly fine, but I just don't like that. Anywho, so I play a little bit different. I created a deck all by myself, and I put together cards, and don't get me wrong, I suck at this game. All jokes aside, like on some real shit, I suck. Like I'm probably one of the worst people you ever come across. Like there's so much better people than me ever. But I'm gonna just give you guys like a general idea of how to play Yu-Gi-Oh, and then in my next video that I drop, I'm going to I'll give you guys like a little rundown on how to use my deck. That now I go more in depth into that, right? Like literally like step by step, slow it down a little bit more and actually talk, not, but so the way Yu-Gi-Oh works, kinda, right? So you have, like, you see on your left side, if you look at the card, you should have the attack, which my attack is 0, and you have defense, which is 2,000, right? So if you attack a monster that has more attack than you, your card dies, right? And then you take the remaining damage, right? So if I have 1200 attack, and I'm attacking a monster with 1900, right? If this is mine and this is theirs, I have 1200 and they have 1900, I'm gonna hit them, and then my monster is gonna die because I have less attack. And then the remaining 700, the difference of the 19 and the 19 and the 12, I'm gonna take, because my monster wasn't strong enough, right? Now, even if it was the other way around, if I had the 19 and he had the 12 and I'm hitting him, I'm gonna kill his monster, and then he's gonna take the 700, the remaining. You see what I'm saying? So it's really simple. It's a really simple game, right? So that's how the attack works. Now, if you're in defense, any monster that's inside of defense, I can have 0 defense. As long as I'm inside of defense, you can have 10,000 attack. You cannot do any damage to me because I'm in defense mode. So that's why defense is pretty nice, right? But if I have 2,000 defense and you have 1,200 attack, if you hit me while I'm in defense mode and I have more attack, no one's gonna die, but that 800 difference you're gonna take because you hit me and you wasn't strong enough. That's why it's good to set, you know how I was telling you guys, I set that monster down because he doesn't know what's underneath it. So he hit my monster, he can't, and also you can't read the effects of a face down monster. So therefore I set him and he didn't even know that I was gonna do my graveyard effect, See my point? And also, sometimes people hit me. Having 2,000 attack, 2,000 defense is pretty okay. Like, that's pretty high for like a star 1 monster, you know what I mean? So yeah, so that's basically the basis. That's like the basis of Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Other than that, everything else goes straight into like effects. Like, this game goes off of effects. Like how I was telling you, I got this guy. This guy, if he's inside of my hand, someone try to hit me, I can make that monster go into defense mode and then put this from my hand to the graveyard. This guy, if all I gotta do is if he's in the graveyard, all I gotta do is get rid of one trap card, spell or trap card on my field, put that in the graveyard, and then special summon him back, and then he gets an additional 1,000 attack and defense. Like, everything goes off of effects. That's like the only way to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, you will never see someone just have a deck full of just like monsters like this that just has a warrior. It doesn't have any effect. It's a normal monster. The only way you would use a normal monster, the only way is if you have a deck that like, and you need to get rid of normal monsters in order to do this or summon this. You see my point? So everything comes down to having effect. So Yu-Gi-Oh does take skill. It takes a while to understand your cards. It took me so long to finally piece together what I'm missing and finalize this, you know? So honestly, I really hope you guys, I think you guys would like this game. Like, if you guys actually have time to take and like literally sit here, and you can create, there's so many decks you can create. Like, look at the amount of cards that's just here that I have. There's literally, I think there's 67,000 plus cards inside of this game, and you're free to choose whatever you want and make it. You have to have at least 40 cards in your deck to use, and you can't have more than 60 to use it, right? So like, this game is it's a good game. I feel as if you guys, you know, and it's different, you know, it's different from Pokemon, it's different from Smash Brothers, Apex, different from all the games that you probably played if you never played really card games. So if you guys enjoy this video, I actually think that you guys should get into it, right? Also, if you guys ever want to play me, I'm gonna, you know, show you guys my I don't even know, gamer tag. I don't even know what the fuck to call this shit, but my code. There we go, my code. So it's right here. The ID, right? It's 825-956-711. So you just literally just to know to do that, to add me, you just go. Also, this game is on PlayStation, Xbox, the PC, and it's on your phone. I don't know if it's on the Switch yet, but just add me. You just go to friend, and then you literally just enter friend's name. You just enter friend's name, and then you're able to find me. And then you have to follow me. You have to click on like follow, and then also if you guys do that, please, if you guys do that, you have to put down your ID in the chat. Yeah, like in the comment section, because like I have to add you guys back. I have to follow you guys back in order for us to play with each other. So please, if you guys actually gonna do that and you're actually like interested, please put your ID down inside the comment. I will follow it back. But yeah, fuck GG. Oh, look at this bullshit, man. Nigga kick me out, man. But alright, man, GG's. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you guys haven't. And if you have any other friends that like this game, that likes Yu-Gi-Oh, please just share it to them so they can see. To get me out there. You know what I mean? This is my little bunny right here. I don't got a name for him yet, but that's my boy right here. But yeah, man, I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. STG out.